Hey guys, welcome back to King's Outdoor Life. We're over here at the food plot today. I want to check on that. Got one little project we're going to do. And we're going to check out the sunflowers. It's been raining like every day, so everything's a muddy mess. I have not been able to use my tractor at all this week, and that kind of hurts me because that's my fun time is on the tractor. So I'm going to turn the camera here. We'll look where I drug all this. It's just turned out to be hardly any corn up through here. I messed up. Live and learn. I should have left it alone. The bottom row here that I left alone has got some corn down through there, and all the way up through here the corn has done fine. So the sunflowers, I'll step up on top of the hill here and then we'll walk up there, have done okay. We'll walk up here. You can't see anything. Low light. It's 7:30. We've got 30 minutes until sunset, but with these clouds and now sprinkling rain, got not enough light to see much. So let me walk up here, we'll show you those. All right, so the sunflowers, these big ones are the ones that were planted originally, but we got such bad stand. We came back in, and all these little ones are where we broadcast and plowed. So when we plowed it, they kind of went down where we plowed, and we got a pretty good stand in a lot of these places from where we broadcast them. So this will do the trick. They'll do fine for what we use them for, and that's to feed the birds. But you look here, if you can see this, water standing everywhere. It has rained a little every day this week, I believe, and one day it rained over 3/4 of an inch. We'll walk up here to this next pretty big patch. So here again, you should be able, once I get here, to see the size differential. Those are 18 inches tall. Those here are over 2 feet tall, and beginning to put heads on the tops of these. So these that we originally planted that made it are doing great, starting to create the heads there. And then you look out through those rows, you can see them, but then you see these small ones that are coming up. You know, this is about 6 inches tall, 6 inches tall, and that's where we broadcast this whole little food plot here and plowed them all at the same time to plow the bigger ones that you see, but also plow in those we were broadcasting. So this is going to be really, it's going to work out well. We're going to have the early bloomers, and we're going to have the late bloomers. And then what we do the few weeks right before dove season, we start bush hogging a little bit at a time, 1 row at a time, 2 rows at a time, plowing them under, giving the doves fresh dirt and fresh seed. More to come on this. So have you ever heard of a tree dying of lead poisoning? You know, they made us quit shooting ducks with lead back in the early 90s because they was killing ducks, but never heard of a tree dying of lead poisoning. But this week, this dogwood tree sadly blew over, and I think the culprit was lead poisoning. You can see all the bullet holes here. This is where we've attached targets for several years here, and this tree died and broke loose. You can see this is where we'll prop a pallet and put a metal target on there, or a pasteboard target or whatever, and shoot that tree. And I guess too many bullets in the old dogwood, so sadly got to clean this up and get rid of this tree this week. Another one, this tree here, this big oak tree, this is a small oak tree here, but that bad boy, which is probably 24 inches across at chest high, it died, and it put out the prettiest green leaves and was doing great, and then all of a sudden about 2 weeks ago started having brown leaves and died. So we're going to cut that bad boy down. So good news, we'll get some maybe some lumber, take that to my sawmill buddy, and some firewood. Bad news is it's going to be a lot of work dealing with that thing, but anyway, look for that coming up in the next couple of weeks. So next up, rubber mulch. This is a byproduct of the retread process. They call it buffing dust in that industry. I used to have a little side business where I would buy and sell this stuff. But anyway, I went to see one of my old customers today, and I got a bunch of this. It was on the ground where they had a malfunction at their plant. So I was able to scoop up, I don't know, there's probably 1,000 pounds of this stuff here. But anyway, we're gonna put this over here beside the barn and use it like mulch to keep the grass from growing up. I'm going to use a corn scoop. Now, if there's any Yankees watching my videos yet, y'all probably call it a snow scoop, but we call it a corn scoop around here, and a flat nose shovel. So let me get to shoveling while it has stopped raining for a second. So the lighting's terrible in here. Hope you can see this. This is the back side of the rooster dome. It's where I keep my boat trailer and maybe put some implements in here at some point. But I'm standing water here because we're just low enough here, just flat enough where this is higher to this way. And of course I got it higher where I built my building. But what I want to do tonight is for sure is down through here where I got this low spot is fill this in with this rubber buffing dust. And another thing that does, and then when the drips come dripping off the roof, they come down and hit the rubber instead of hitting this mud and splattering up on the building. So that's what we're going to try to do. I'm about out of battery, but I'll let you see what we can do.